Hi, I'm Analii Cunningham, and I'm here today to show you how to do plank using the restorative movement technique. And Allison here is here to demonstrate and help me out. So, Allison, I'm going to ask you to do the plank that you used to do. The plank that we think we're doing properly, but it really has been straining because the arms sense weakness and she has that dip. And I'm going to let you come out of that because clearly we know that that's not the one you need to do or know to do anymore. What we do to prepare for it is not a plank to strengthen the arms. What we do is use this block, and she's going to show, let's go ahead and have you lay down, having her head on her back. Her head is lifted. Best is using a towel. Without that, sometimes you have the chin dipped up. So anything to lift so that you feel the chin at chest level. That allows you to relax all the way down. And then we use this 2-inch foam block. She's going to place it under her hips by lifting the hips up. And that block goes right across the sacrum. If you feel it on the buttocks, it's too low. If you feel it on the waistline, it's too high. Riding on that seam there, you'll feel that drop. So she's got it in the right place. Her knees are bent, and then she's going to bring them in towards the chest and hold the shin bones. If you pull in too close, or if you're trying to bring in, you're going to close off the hips, and you want to find that place where you're even on the block. So as she lets go, we're going to notice that you're feeling level on the block now. So that's the positioning. So imagine this, and you can put your arms down onto the belly and breathe. If the floor surface were here, and she brings her feet apart, and imagine this is the floor, we want to feel light pinning or pulling through the heels. And just the light pressure through the feet, push into my fingertips, just as if this were the floor. She'd be in all fours. In fact, put your arms up as if you have all fours. Yeah, pulling the palms and press towards the ceiling. There you go. So you notice how she's dropped into the block, and that's nice and flat. That's what we want to replicate. That's the core work that's going to flip and be on the other side. Go ahead and hold the knees again. All right, bring the feet down. Take the feet separate, lift off the block, and roll down. Okay, so slide the legs out and notice how it lays flatter. So bend the knees, roll to the side, and sit up. And let's try that plank, even with that one exercise that gives her the idea that she's in a plank. So on all fours, the same thing can happen. And we're going to imagine that she's laying on the floor and she's going to sink into the block, and it's going to stay lifted. And as she slides one leg out at a time, she's floating up into the block. And I could take the block away and she's holding that, and you'll notice that this area is supported and lifted as if it's grounded into the block. So she could stay here for quite some time, and we're just going to let her stay for another second and let her come down. Beautiful. And that's how easily you can maintain a plank. Join me next time for another tip.